I saw this great meme or this photo on Facebook a while ago where it has two signs. One sign that's from the school it says gun-free zone, meaning you can't have a gun on the campus, right? The second sign said that, warning, teachers are carrying and licensed. Now, let me ask you something, sir. Which school will the school shooter go into? The gun-free zone or the sign that says, warning, teachers are carrying? What's up, guys? Welcome to Let It Be Heard, where we are doers of the word, not hearers only. I'm your host, Jaden Heard, and today we're going to be talking about the Second Amendment. Take a look.
Talking about gun violence.
In a school that allows teachers to carry.
Carry guns? You think more guns lead to more death?
Would you co-sponsor?
More guns lead to more death.
Not true.
Look at the data. You're not looking at any data. You're carrying the water for the gun lobby.
No.
Look at the data. More guns lead to more death.
Not true.
States that have open carry laws have more death.
Not
Every
true.
school that
States
allows
that
carry,
have open
there's
carry
never been a
laws
shooting.
have more death.
That's not true.
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, calm down.
Calm down? Children are dying.
I know, I've got
9-year-old children.
Oh, get out of
The
here.
solution is not arming teachers. Have you ever worked in a school?
Yeah, oh my goodness. It's straight up lies, too. So the guy is like, oh, you're what about the 9-year-old children? What about have you ever walked into a school and, come on, dude. Yeah, I think we should be arming the teachers. And I'm going to tell you guys why. But first of all, we got to address what he said at the beginning where he was like, oh, open carry laws have more death. Open carry laws has more death. Not true. So gun crimes are way worse in places with more gun control. I mean, look at Chicago, look at, Baltimore, look at Portland, look at all these places that have so much gun control, that have Democrat-run cities where they essentially completely violate the Second Amendment. You have much more gun crime, and it's really bad in these cities. And there's no order, right? But then you go to a great state like Sweet Home Alabama, right, where the trees smell good, the air is a little bit better, and everyone's happy. Okay, the food is seasoned, and John Doe is down the street carrying a gun. Okay, simple. The streets are safer. I feel safer, and everybody's happy. And this is the reality of it. The gun crime rate here is great, as well as many other red states. Now, he also made the point to where that this all is leading to more death, and then he brought up the 9-year-old kids getting shot in schools. Do you know who's shooting these kids, sir? And why these kids are defenseless? It's because of people like you who don't want them to have a defense, right? They're the ones who, I'm sorry, you're the one who's stopping these kids from being able to have armed teachers or have armed security guards at the door. I saw this great meme or this photo on Facebook a while ago where it has two signs. One sign that's from the school it says gun-free zone, meaning you can't have a gun on the campus, right? The second sign said that, warning, teachers are carrying and licensed. Now, let me ask you something, sir. Which school will the school shooter go into? The gun-free zone or the sign that says, warning, teachers are carrying? I'm going to lean towards more the gun-free zone area, okay? I'm going to attack where people are most vulnerable. If I want to kill the most people and survive or kill the most people before getting shot, I'm going to go to the gun-free zone elementary school down the street. But I don't know, it kind of feels weird to think like a criminal. That's weird. Ignore everything I just said, but whatever, okay. And then the claim that more guns lead to more death is just not true. As a matter of fact, there's this great, I can't remember, there's a source. I will find my source and I'll link it down below, in the comments. But I think in 2019, maybe earlier than that, I can't remember the year. It is said that 500,000 lives were saved, upwards of 500,000 lives were saved from self-defense. From self-defense, from firearms, for self-defense. That is way more than the gun deaths in this country. Significantly more, we're talking 10 times more, not more than 10 times more. So if anything, more guns lead to less death. You want more people who have license, who are carrying legally, who are responsible, who are law-abiding citizens carrying guns because you want protection from these criminals who are raging our streets right now in Democrat-run cities, such as the gentleman right there. And again, if he actually cares about the children, if he actually cares about having less death, then he should just be objective in this situation and admit that more guns is what we need, not less. Now, in a perfect world, we wouldn't need any guns. I agree. Sure. I mean, whatever. Like in a perfect world, we're talking like New Jerusalem, the new heavens, the new earth type world. There's gonna be no guns because there's no sin. And when there's no sin, there's no death, there's no shooting, there's no violence. Sure, great. But the reality is that we live on earth. We live in a fallen world. And there are people out here who's going to do stupid things. And so we need good people to stop stupid people from doing stupid things. That's just that simple. And I'm sure that congressman knows that, but he's pretending that we're living in a fantasy world with all rainbows and sunshine and unicorns. But that's not reality, okay? We live in the United States of America. There's crazy people on drugs. There's crazy people who have mental illness issues. As a matter of fact, mental illness is at an all-time high. You want to talk about gun shooting up schools? Let's look at the mental health of these shooters who are shooting up the schools, not the gun. Okay, the gun's not the issue. Guns have been legal since 1776. We haven't had this issue until now, and that's because mental health crisis in this country is going up, skyrocketing. This generation is more depressed. This generation has more anxiety. This generation has way more issues going on mentally than physically than any generation ever. Okay, and I think we talked about this on a past episode too. But we had in the Old Testament, you had people sacrificing their children to demons, to Moloch. You had people. There's even people today doing the same thing. I mean, people are still doing cannibalism. People are still people now shooting up schools. So like nothing's new under the sun, right? So we can look at the past and say like, okay, yeah, these people were dumb for what they did. The Holocaust was stupid. They didn't know what they were talking about. Or these people believed in flat Earth. Look how dumb they were. Look how dumb they are. But guys, can we just hold up a mirror real quick and look at how stupid we are? We're out here saying that there's more than two genders. We're out here saying that that a man is a woman and a woman is a man. We're out here saying that that climate change is going to end the world and that it's all over and that in 5 years nobody's going to have any water type stuff. And we're also out here literally saying the opposite about just objective statistics. We look at something and we're like, yeah, that's not true. Sorry, because I say so. We deny objective truth. Some of us deny reality itself. We just say, yep, none of this actually exists. It's all a figment of my imagination. It's whatever I think happens is essentially what a lot of modern day philosophers are saying. And so I know I got a little off track, but I just think that's so dumb. And these politicians, man, in these offices, I feel like I've talked about this 3 episodes in a row. These politicians in a row all want to ban our guns, ban freedom of speech, and just take away our rights. I don't know what it is about this religious freedom stuff that's going on in Congress and taking away guns and stuff and free speech. Speaking of free speech, have you guys not noticed that we've been taking off all these social platforms? All these big tech companies been taking us off of social media. Not only this, but that they steal your data and sell it to other people. Well, let's talk about that. Well, we here at RSBN do not support that, which is why we highly recommend expressvpn.com. Have you guys ever wondered how these free-to-access tech giants make all their money? Well, by tracking your searches, your video history, and everything you click on. And they build a huge profile on you, and then they sell off all of your sensitive data to rich people who do not like you. Now, when you use the ExpressVPN app on your phone or computer, or your tablet, or anything like that, you anonymize much of your online presence by hiding your IP address. And this makes your activity much more difficult to trace and sell to advertisers. Now, what's more than this is that ExpressVPN encrypts 100% of your network data to protect you from eavesdroppers and cyber criminals. Now, what I like most about it is how easy it is to use. Look, y'all, I'm lazy, but it just takes me one click to protect all of your devices. And that's why ExpressVPN is rated #1 by Tech Radar. So let's stop allowing these big tech companies like Facebook, YouTube, Google, Instagram, TikTok steal all of our data, and let's take away their right to our data by going to expressvpn.com/RSBN. If you hit that link, you get 3 months free of an annual subscription. Again, that is expressvpn.com/RSBN. 3 months free of an annual subscription. Protect all your devices today. Go to expressvpn.com/RSBN. Now back to it. Speaking of free speech, by the way, notice how in the context of this conversation, when we bring up this stuff on social media, which is why, again, we highly recommend ExpressVPN, on social media, they take this all down, like, or your stuff gets flagged for misinformation or something like that, especially when it comes when the topic comes up on, school shootings and stuff, because again, it is a sensitive topic. But if we want to truly care about solutions, then we need to talk about these hard conversations, and we need to push the truth in light of all this misinformation that's being pushed by the media. The guns are not the problem. The person behind the trigger is the problem. And of course we all know that. But if we do not continue to harp this stuff in people's minds, and again, they're just going to run away with this. I mean, you literally saw this in, what was it, Micah? New Mexico, when homegirl governor basically temporarily did away with the Second Amendment. I mean, how does someone do that? How do you do that? And she does it because she thinks that it's the best thing to do. And what's fun about all these Congress people is that it's going to be restrictions for you, but not for them, right? Again, like we talked about in that episode, she's going to have her security guards who's going to be armed, and they're going to have their weapons in the buildings and stuff like that. And she's going to be protected, but you don't have the right to defend yourself because I feel bad about it. That's basically what she's saying. So we all know the hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy left and right, and it's all over this country, and it's from the top all the way to the bottom. But you guys know the truth, and that's why I love you guys. So comment down below what you guys thought about that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a good rest of your weekend, and God bless. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and X. And be sure to hit that follow button and that join button. It'll take you over to our locals channel where you can further support the show and get access to additional content. God bless.